We're almost there. Can you hold out a little bit longer?
Yeah, I think so.
Halt! Who are you? I am the guardian of the Ice Mountain. Who goes there? Well, for one, I'm leading your Ice Queen back here. Ah, Queen Icicle. It's been a while.
It has.
My condolences to Alistair's death.
Thank you. We do need to talk about that though, but not right now.
The old wise one would want to see you.
And I definitely need to see him.
Right this way. Mr. Wise One. Ah, my queen, you're back.
Yes, I am.
And I see you have come back to recharge your power.
Yes, my leg is broken.
What might the occasion be this time?
Oh, he could only guess.
I see.
There's rumors that my husband is not dead.
I might have to look in my crystal ball. But in the meantime, go get. My assistant has the healing stick. It's a healing ice stick, so you must go to him.
Thank you. I shall.
This might hurt a little, so my apologies, my queen.
Oh.
So is this normal around here?
Yes. As you can see, there's not very many of us around anymore.
Did Scar King really wipe out that many?
Everything. Everyone who can get away and hide.
There you go.
Thank you.
You should feel stronger in a couple of minutes.
Thank you. I'll just rest for a while.
Would you give us a moment, sir? Fine. I don't know how to say this, but that rampaging monster that's been harassing everybody on Monster Island, that is Alistair.
I was afraid of that.
However, his mind, he has two minds in one body. One of the beast, one of his own.
Is there any way of turning him back to the Alistair that we knew?
I'm not quite sure. He is now one with that body, so we can't transform him back to his regular self.
Oh, Ancient One is horrible. Just horrible.
I was afraid of the visions I have been having.
Everything is just so out of place. He's hooked up with bad people.
And I see you have allied yourself with pretty good allies.
They mean well, and yes, they are good.
Especially this one.
Kong. He's a loner.
I see.
He gets, once you get to know him, he's not bad. He's helping Godzilla, although he doesn't want to because they can't stand each other for the life of them. But yet they're friends, but they don't want to admit they're friends. They help each other when they need them.
Yes, the Titan War. I remember that like it was yesterday.
They're also, I couldn't bring him a small ape.
There's more alive?
Yes, but they're under the Skull King's powers.
That is troubling.
Yes, the baby was just, I don't know, I guess it didn't work on the baby. Kong found him, and he helped Kong. Now he's he's staying with Godzilla and Mothra and them.
I sense a strong connection between you and Kong.
Mm, I won't. I'll take the fifth on that one. He still doesn't trust me, though. I don't think he trusts anybody.
Well,
But he knows who killed his parents. Scar King wants to rule the underworld, and he'll do it no matter what. And he'll bring and change anybody who gets in his way.
That is also troubling.
Mm-hmm.
I have sensed another space presence coming to Earth, but it is nothing like I've ever seen before.
Where is it hitting?
Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
It seems it has Godzilla's DNA, but and also it is connected to a space rock.
Bring Kong in here. We must warn him.
You rang?
Yes. Go ahead. You can shut one tell him.
There is a space being coming to Earth, not like anything we've ever seen before. It has Godzilla's DNA mixed with a space rock. How is that possible? I'm not sure. But my guess is after Godzilla fought Ghidorah in 2019, some of those DNA cells went into space and mixed with a space rock. That is troubling.
You've never come across that before?
My limits is, well, in the Hollow Earth and on Skull Island, mainly with the Warbats and the Skullcrawlers, now the Scar King himself.
If only we knew. Is he evil? Is he...
It seems like he has one goal, meeting Godzilla face to face. After all, it is, well, related to Godzilla.
It's another one of Godzilla's enemies.
Yes, but this one seems like it's family.
Family?
Similar to Biollante in a way.
Oh, ancient one. I don't know what's going to become of this war.
The only thing we can do is fight.
That seems to be the answer to everything. Just fight, fight, fight.
That's what happens in war.
What else do you sense, ancient one?
That we're under attack right now. Kaiser. I knew I couldn't get rid of Godzilla without getting rid of his ally and his ally's little pet. Finish your healing process. I'll hold this guy off. As you wish. Hold me off, please. You are just the weak ape of the group, whereas I am an all-powerful alien being. You cannot possibly stand a chance against me. You really want to bet on that? Not really, but you know. Wait, no! Rodent! Now you will perish. Why won't you fall? Simple, because I don't want to die. Sir, the healing's almost complete. Good.
You need to heal him.
There is no healing a wound. An alien wound.
There must be.
No. You're tiring as you speak, Kong. You haven't slept in 7 weeks. What's your point? The more you fight, the more exhausted you will get. It will make me easier to kill you.
Never. You're not wanted here. I suggest you go back where you came from.
That's so funny. Everywhere I go, I'm ordered around when I am not from this world. But no one is capable of defeating me. So if I were you, Shimo, I would know your place now before it's too late for you.
I suggest you know your place here. You're not welcome here.
I'm welcome wherever I go.
No, you're not.
And I also know you are the one who froze my son. Your son? King Ghidorah. That explains your power. Ding, 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 ding. I'm afraid I can predict the future, and, well, I'm sorry to say, but Alistair/Baggin will not make it out of this war alive. What are you talking about? It won't be me or Scar King who kills him. It will be Godzilla. And when Godzilla finally destroys Baggin, all of the world will finally go the way it should. The normal peace route. However, when Scar King takes over, there will be no more peace, just destruction.
Scar King is never gonna take over.
I believe they asked you to leave. Baggin! I believe the Scar King wants you elsewhere. You'll regret that, you little traitor. You'll have your chance to live this time, Kong. But next time you might not get so lucky. He really is after Godzilla and only Godzilla.
I take it you're right.
That's
But he's after you too, Kong.
I'm not as much of a threat as Godzilla is. I'm afraid there's other news as I've just found out. In Godzilla in this new form, his body heat is constantly rising.
Meaning?
If he gets too much energy in his body in this new form, he could, well, explode. And if he explodes, the whole world will go with him.
Oh, great. Ticking time bomb. Crazy alien person thingy popper.
Does
Husband that's not dead, but who's ugly.
Does Mothra know about this? I'm afraid not. She is unaware that Godzilla is, well, a walking time bomb as long as he's in that form.
Can he come out of that form?
Yes and no. What do you mean yes and no? Godzilla got that form because he evolved. He absorbed radiation from Tiamat's territory, which had the highest radiation zone. However, if he comes out of that form, his body heat will go down. But as long as he stays in it, his body heat will continue to rise.
Okay, so how does he come out of it?
The war has to be over in order for him to go back to normal.
Oh my Atlanta, we might not have that much time.
How long will it exactly take for the explosion to rise up enough? My estimate is 30 days at least. Could be more, could be less, but I count 30 days. That's more than half a month.
Yeah, but still. It's not on our timetable, it's on theirs.
The explosion will be so big that it will reach here as well and destroy it.
So it means we have to take the fight to them.
However, there is a dangerous situation to all this.
Isn't there always?
The more Godzilla fights, the more his body heat will rise. Meaning what? Body heat is constantly heats up with enough movement, exercise, anything that gets blood to the brain or the muscle. But because of how Godzilla's blood is,
Are you suggesting I freeze him?
and that could kill him, but I don't know. That is the only thing I don't know. What are you saying? I do know his heart is a radioactive bomb inside of him.
Okay. Godzilla's a walking, talking time bomb.
If he slows down his movements, the explosion will most likely be delayed. But the more he fights, the more he moves, the more he swims, his body heat constantly rises.
But you would think if his body heat is high, the water would slow it down. Being since it's cold.
There's been a very horrible, horrible drought lately. And, well, I feel like...
Isn't there anything good you can tell us?
As long as Mothra's energy is with anywhere near Godzilla, it's delayed for another 20 weeks, 20 days.
So you're suggesting that she sits on him?
No, just be near him at all times, unless he somehow sneaks away to go somewhere.
We're gonna have to go back and tell him.
Are you sure you want to go back knowing that your kingdom here is also in danger?
I put the wise one in charge. He knows what to do.
Very well.
But we must warn Godzilla and Martha.
I don't think
And the
Godzilla...
kids are there.
I don't think Godzilla will even believe us. He's never been a walking time bomb until he was in his thermal form in 2019.
What do you suggest?
Nothing.
If you have an idea, Kong, now's the time to say it.
You only let Mothra know If Godzilla knows, he's going to panic and his body heat's going to rise more and more, potentially activating the explosion early.
Okay, so what do we do? Call her here?
Probably the best decision considering she basically teleports for some weird reason. She's a fast flyer, that's how. That explains it. How do you think she's going to react, though? That's what I'm scared about.
I don't know.
Mothra has been a close friend of mine for years, so she worries kind of easily. Especially if it involves Godzilla.
Okay, to unsummon her.
I do not have that ability to summon the Queen of the Monsters. However, you do.
I do?
Queens can call queens. Kings can call kings.
Okay.
However, I must warn you, if it echoes, we might have more trouble here. But as long as Kong's here, I don't think that's very much an issue. What are you saying? I'm your personal bodyguard now?
Shh, I'm trying to concentrate.
If she didn't hear that, so I don't know what else she would heard.
Is everything okay?
Here, yes. But not so much for Godzilla's insides.
What do you mean Godzilla's insides?
How do I put this lightly?
He's burning up.
Worse. He's a walking time bomb.
Excuse me?
That form Godzilla is in right now, his body heat is constantly up because he has to keep that form active.
The more he moves, the more it rises.
The more he fights, the more it rises.
Well, he moves when he fights.
Rather quickly, too.
Okay.
However, his body heat I don't know if it's his body heat or his form. Around your energy, it cools down a little bit.
Just a little bit? For how long?
24 hours. As long as you're near him. The explosion is said to happen in 30 days max.
30 days? Are you kidding me? That's...
That's why we can't let Godzilla know right off the bat, because if he finds out...
He'll explode.
Faster, yes. The only way the explosion won't happen is if he gets out of that form. But being how his form is active...
Which is impossible because he's going to stay in the form until he fights.
Yep. Well, until the war is over. That's the only way he'll get out of that form.
And unfortunately, we're on their timetable because we never know when they're going to show up.
There's only three ways. There are 2 or 3 ways to stop this explosion. Either when the war is over, then we can get him to go back into his normal form, or she will freeze him.
Which could make him die.
If his body heat's at the right level, then yes. Potentially make him melt.
Well, then that's definitely out of the question.
Considering he's more worried about keeping others safe than himself. That's the king of the monsters for you.
But if we tell him
He might panic, and then his body heat will rise more and more, and then he'll explode.
He wouldn't panic. I don't think I've ever seen Godzilla panic.
I have when you were in danger by Ghidorah. But there has to be more that we can do to slow down his heart rate. Not to the point where it could kill him, obviously, but enough to control his body heat for longer than 30 days.
Well, what about that space creature you were talking about?
Yes, the space Gojiran.
Space creature?
There's a space creature coming to Earth that has Godzilla's DNA. Potentially a stepbrother.
Mega Godzilla.
Space Godzilla. Is that the code name you're giving it? Yeah, pretty much. So, we'll have to figure a way to deal with Godzilla later.
What if we have Space Godzilla take Godzilla up to space to cool him off?
There's only one problem with that.
What?
In space, when you're out of the Earth's atmosphere, your body freezes completely. That's and he might go into the sun. Sounds like Godzilla now. He's not close, is he? No, he's not. Which means he's already in combat with something. Or someone. That's not good. Not good is an understatement. And can you see who he's in combat with? Well, it's Alistair. Oh, great. So we have to stop one of them from killing the other. Perfect. Just great.
What the heck?
Well, I guess let's get there before one of them kills each other. I told you before, you're no match for a being like me. However, I have more power in a single finger than you do in your entire body.
At KFC?
We'll see about that, Baggin. Mothra, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Keeping my island safe?
Oh, so nice.
Godzilla's body temperature is rising to 33 degrees. $34, $35. Hey, what are you? Fine, we're doing this the old-fashioned way then. 39, 45.
There's no way to calm him down.
Godzilla, stop!
He's out of control. I think we just might be too late.
Ancient one.
Ancient one will probably.
Well, look. You need to calm down. I don't take orders from anybody. Ugh.
Godzilla. Cat with a whole phone.
They're heading towards the creek. Body temperature is cooling down to back to 29 degrees. He's out of breath, though. What were you doing? Trying to calm you down. You're out of control. I'm fine. Godzilla, it's that form. It's corrupting your head by the minute. Don't act like you know me, Kong, because you barely do. I'm just fine.
They're burning up.
Told you not to tell him yet. Burning up?
Your temperature is too high.
If this is some ridiculous prank, it's not funny.
Can't you feel it? You're hotter than usual. I could tell just when I tried to pull you away.
You should have just let me finish him off. Godzilla, if you do that, you might explode.
What? You weren't going to tell them.
Thanks, but I think I know how to control my own body temperature.
Do you?
Now, if you excuse me, I have some patrol to do. He just won't listen.
I'm going to give you that notion.
Sarcasm's not needed, Mothra. I guess I'll have Rodan watch him at all costs. Make sure he doesn't destroy anything. To be continued.